May 18th, around 11:30 at night, Lakyijah Williams was shot and killed downtown near Studio Park in Grand Rapids here. Over this past weekend, the Grand Rapids Police have arrested Josiah Tyree Pittman, and my office has filed charges against Mr. Pittman for that homicide that occurred back in May. We have charged him with one count of second-degree murder. That's a felony. Maximum penalty is life in prison. We've also charged with one count of using a firearm in the commission of a felony. That is a maximum penalty of 2 years consecutive to whatever sentence he can receive on the homicide charge. This was a horrible event. This is something that obviously got a lot of media attention given where it happened downtown. It was horrible. This was not a random act of violence. This was, we can't say a whole lot about the facts given that we just filed charges at this point in time, but we can say it's just not a random act of violence. There was a target. Unfortunately, Ms. Williams was not the target. She was just downtown minding her own business and got hit in a tragic set of circumstances here, and we feel horrible for her family and what they've gone through after this. We do not have any information on the arraignment. I believe it will maybe take place today, perhaps even tomorrow, but we do not have any official thing to announce on the arraignment. I'd like to compliment the chief and the Grand Rapids Police Department in terms of their investigation. I know they put a lot of man hours into this and did a lot, but I think this is also an example of the collaboration we do in these types of investigations with the Grand Rapids Police Department and, quite frankly, any department here in Kent County. When there's a serious event, when there's a violent event, my office assigns a prosecutor to work with the law enforcement. We assigned APA Blair Lockman to work with Grand Rapids Police in assisting on the investigation. We did use the investigative subpoena process, which gives us the opportunity to bring witnesses down to interview them in a court proceeding, kind of court setting, to try and get a statement. And we did that here, but it's an example of what we do to try and bring people to justice and to solve crimes like this, because we know the impact it has on this community.
I want to thank the Lakyijah's family. 15-year-old girl who was literally just riding her scooter in downtown Grand Rapids is gunned down, and the family was devastated. So many other people were devastated too. Absolutely heartbreaking, absolutely tragic, absolutely avoidable. And I want to thank the community who really came together to recognize that we are not going to be the city that tolerates one of our children getting murdered and not following through. I certainly want to thank the detectives who, it's been months and they have not rested and they have not forgotten. And we are very happy that we were able to bring some level of closure to Lakyijah's family. And finally, I want to thank APA Lockman and certainly Prosecutor Becker, who for the past few years, we've seen a decrease in violent crimes against our children here in the city of Grand Rapids. And he's a big part of why that's happened. It's difficult to talk about a decrease in crime when there's a name for every murder victim. In this case, that name is Lakyijah, and they worked extremely hard to work with us so that we could bring some level of justice and comfort to Lakyijah's family. So a lot of more work to be done in our community to prevent crimes like this. I'd much rather not be talking about this murder that we solved of a child in our community. I'd like to be talking about how we're preventing crime, and we're headed in the right direction. I'm glad we're able to give some closure.